I just want everyone to know that this channel is officially a Sam Hater account. Okay? Officially. I just need everyone to know that. Sam is diabolical. Diabolical. Ugh. Okay, so today we're going to be going over Love is Blind UK episode 2. Please like and subscribe. This is Bits of Banter with Antoinette. Okay, so let's get into it. Sam. We're gonna get to Sam. Okay, Sam? We're gonna get to you in a little bit. So first have a date with Mariah and Tom in this episode. And they're actually really cute. Mariah likes Tom and he likes Natasha. And Mariah is Moroccan, and she lost her dad. It's just really sad. I feel like in this show, there's a lot of like father mom trauma between the contestants. And so first, Mariah lost her dad, and this was during 2020, during COVID. So he was sick and he was going to go over to Morocco to like say goodbye to everybody, but then he ended up getting stuck there, which is just really sad because there was a lockdown, COVID lockdown. So then he died there and she never got to say goodbye, which is just, honestly, that story broke my heart. And then Tom opens up and he says that he comes from a quote unquote a broken home. His mom and dad broke up when he was 2 and he only saw his dad twice a year. And then this story like made me cry because after that, he only saw his dad twice a year. And he said that like basically he really wanted, because he only saw his dad so much, he was like always wanting to see him, always wanting to. And then at some point when he was a teenager, he moved in with his dad. And then he went on a holiday with his mom. And then his dad just basically moved out. When he came back from holiday, his dad had moved out of the home that he and him were living in, and he never saw him again. And that's it. I was like, what is up with this? Like, it just made me feel so sad. It was so unbelievable. And then he talked about he wants to be able to show himself to somebody without worrying about them walking away. And I get that, like the trauma of basically ever since you were little, you only saw your dad twice a year. And then finally you get all this time with him, you go away and he abandons you, like doesn't even say anything. You never see him again. Oh my God. That to me was just like so horrible. They just like Tom and Mariah. I don't know. There's something I like about Tom. He always comes with really deep questions. Like at some point later, he asked Mariah, he's like, what is your view on marriage? Like how would you like a marriage to be or what have you? Like he just comes with, and he's always looking at and you can always see him, he's always looking at his notebook. And I feel like he's really thinking about everything and everything people are saying. And it's just, I like it. I like that for Tom. So Freddie and Catherine. Freddie talks about how his mom died, and then when he needed to take care of, like his mom didn't die, but he talked about how his brother has Down syndrome, and that if his parents died, that he would have to take care of his brother, and that it is important that his spouse is okay with that, and that pretty much before he marries somebody, that they say, yeah, I would be willing to take care of your brother. And Catherine pretty much says yes, she would. I'm not sold on Catherine, in all honesty. I feel like she likes Ollie more, which, hey, it's like not a problem, but I don't know. Like there's some stuff later on, which we'll get into, which makes me a little bit more like not really feeling her. Ollie, okay, so this is a part. I swear, Ollie's an F-boy. Because why does he ask Catherine? He's saying he's trying to get to know her better. So the way he does that is asks her, where does she normally go clubbing? What? Make it make sense. So he asks her because he wants to get a deeper connection. She gives some clubs, which I don't know. This is in UK. I don't know them. But she gives some names, and he pretty much like, oh, those clubs are pretentious. And he seemed like really turned off by it. And then Catherine's so upset. She was leaving and like crying. She's like, he just felt like it was really pretentious and like, but that's not me. It was just for my birthday. And I'm like, dude, if a guy is not going to want you because of the type of club you go to, that's not your man. Okay. Hopefully that's not anybody's man. But she was really upset about it. She was really, really upset about it. Which I mean, like, hey, I think that's the thing about this Love is Blind stuff is that they make everybody, it's just like really heightened emotions, right? Really heightened emotion. So she's really feeling this guy. And then, of course, he says this and she's like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. But honestly, if this is the type of question Ollie wants to ask to get to know her better, to get on a deeper level, like, get out of here, okay? Then we have the Sabrina and Steven reveal, and I love this couple. They're so, so cute. Steven is fine. Okay, Steven is good looking. And Sabrina's cute as well, but I'm just saying, like, Steven, if it doesn't work out, and if for some reason it doesn't work out with my man, which I mean I love my man, but maybe we could like have a threesome. I don't know. What? Who said that? I don't know. Let's get back to Sabrina and Steven. Okay. So Sabrina and Steven, they do a reveal, and it was really, really cute. Like, pretty much, I feel like when they saw each other, you could tell that they both were attracted to each other. Steven's tall. Like, I feel like a lot of these men are really, really tall. So it was just so cute when he caressed. Like, she had said that she felt like he had bald energy. And honestly, he is balding. I saw some stuff on top. Not a big deal. I feel like he would still look good as a bald man, but you can tell he's balding a little bit back there. So I feel like she just like had a premonition. And then she touched her face. She's like, you have hair. That was like the cutest thing ever. So, and then when he got on his knee and he was like, let's give the short answer this time. It was just so cute. And they just look like they really fit together. They really like each other. They were really attracted to each other. This part of the show is the part that like makes me the most stressed, in all honesty, because this is the reveal where like people end up not liking each other, or end up being like, oh, like you saw the Love is Mexico one where Aris, when she sees Renee, that was heartbreaking. It was really cute. And then he kept asking her, how are you feeling? Are you okay? Like just checking in with her, they're just so cute. They're just so cute. I believe in them and I'm rooting for them. Okay. So then moving on, Jasmine and Sam have another conversation. And Jasmine ends up telling Sam, she's like, I feel like you're just telling me what I want to hear. And yeah, and that's also something that Nicole said too. Nicole also said that she felt like he is just trying to say all the right things, which, yeah, it's pretty obvious. There is something up with Sam, something wrong with him. And it's definitely like, he definitely has insecurities. I definitely think he's here for fame. He has a lot of stuff where he just says things, just like word vomit, but I don't really believe he believes it. He's just trying to get somebody to like him, to love him. And he's like, no one ever gives me a chance. And it's like, what? Like, but why? And, I think I talked about this. I don't know if I talked about it here or on my TikTok about like, why do you feel like nobody ever gives you a chance? And if girls are seeing you, they come up to you, you're saying all these girls come up to you, but then they don't ever give you a chance. There's a reason for that. It's not because of your looks. It's not because they think you're an F-boy, because let's be real, there's plenty of us Delulu girls out there who will give plenty of F-boys a chance. F-boys have no problem getting girls, okay? They just don't, sadly. Us girls, let's stand up and not do that anymore, but let's be real, it's going to take some time. So, but it's not something, that's not the reason why people don't get girls, is because they're F-boys. It's just not. So there's just something off with him. And then Jasmine and Bobby talk, and I feel like this would be a really good pair. Bobby's really cute, really sweet. And he talks about how, I don't remember who they were. I think it was his like brother or cousin who was really there for him. But pretty much when he was off, because he works on a cruise, when he was off on the cruise, they died. And it was just so sad because those were the people that were there for him, because he also was raised by his mom. He didn't know his dad. And that was like that guy and his wife. That guy was like kind of like a father figure to him. It just was, I don't know. And then Jasmine says, I want to be your safe space. I love Jasmine. I love Jasmine. She's very emotionally intelligent. When she said that, who doesn't want to hear that? I want to be your safe space. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And guys, I want to be your safe space. Come watch me. So Jasmine pretty much we had heard last time, she was like, she's between Bobby and Sam, but she feels like with Sam, it's a no-go. So when Sam comes in, he's like, you could tell he's trying to like win her over. And she's like, yeah, so Sam, I'm just not feeling this. I have a stronger connection with another connection. And Sam's just like, okay, yeah, okay, yeah, great. It was nice meeting you. Okay. He did not take it well. And I knew he was going to I knew this was a man that could not take rejection well. I knew it. I knew it. And he just starts, literally, he walks out. He throws this cup on the ground. And then later on, he's like laying on the ground, being like, oh, this is the worst day ever. This is the worst day ever. I really liked her, blah, blah, blah. Then, in front of everybody, he starts talking about, he's like, well, at least I have Nicole. Beggars can't be choosers. What? It's so messed up. I was like, what the flip? And Benaya heard this. And I feel like he wants to say something because he hears what's happening here. He hears what's happening here. He even asks he even asks, what's his name? Steven. And Steven's like, yeah, I think you should. And honestly, there's a lot of times with these things when like people end up like trying to say what happened with another person, like, their competition, that I'm like, okay, you're just being a hater. For this, I really think he cares about Nicole. And he's like, yeah, no, I want her to know what's going on here. Ugh. He's just, honestly, Sam is so gross. So then there's, Ollie and Demi have a date, and it's Ollie's birthday. And honestly, this seems really cute for multiple reasons. Ollie, the guys got him a cake, and it just felt like the guys, there's like real bromance there, like really caring about each other, really like emotionally being there for each other, not just like, I love guys who I love friendships. Okay. I love seeing that in all of my shows, friendships. So, but also it's not like any toxicity. It's like they really talk to each other about each other's matches, and like, it's just kind of beautiful. Then Ollie has a date with Demi, and she got him a cake. He has a bunch of balloons, and she like drew and made this like really intricate card. And at one point he's like, oh, what's this Wi-Fi signal? And she's like, yeah, I have it on super strong. Like it's all filled out because our connection is solid and it's very strong. And I was like, okay, girl. That's really good metaphor. I love that. That was beautiful. And I feel like this really sealed the deal for him because he was like, even though he can tell through, which I find interesting. I'm going a little tangent right now. Sorry, ADD. But in another scene, he was talking about how, he's really trying to go for emotional connection. He usually like, sees with his eyes, dates with his eyes. And even Catherine says, like, a lot of guys, they just want like her for sex. They just see her as a sex signal. That, all they see is her good body. But even without even not being able to see her, he felt the sexual chemistry, or felt like, oh, this is more lust. And I felt like that was so interesting. And I don't know, I just wonder like what what was it about her that gave him that impression? And it's obviously something also in person that she's giving, but also like I think she has to think about that too. Like in person, you're giving that impression, but also without seeing you, they're getting that impression. You know what I mean? I just thought that was interesting. So then when, oh my God, then she also got, okay, so also Demi got him this rose quartz, that's a symbol for love. And then Ollie has like, he's just like, I just really feel like it's always been Demi. It's always been Demi. That was really sweet. I am still a little bit nervous. In all honesty, I'm a little bit nervous about Demi and Ollie. Yeah, I'm nervous, but we'll see. I hope that this works out. She's gorgeous, but I do think like, I don't know, something that makes me feel like Ollie's gonna mess something up with her. So Catherine, Demi goes back into the girls' quarters and she's like talking about how everything went so well. And you can tell Catherine is like sensing that things are shifting. And she's like, oh, you know what? I'm going to end things with Ollie because I want Demi to have him. And I'm like, be so for real, girl. Be so for real. Like you're ending it because you're going to lose here. And like, hey, that's, we've all been there before. We're like, don't want to get broken up with or whatever. But like, let's just be real. Okay. You're ending things because you want to end things, not because you're more interested in Freddie, not because, you want this for Demi and you're just being such a girl's girl. Let's be so for real. Okay. Like, honestly, it's laughable. Like, ha 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 ha. Okay. Ha ha ha, Catherine. Okay. Like, let's just be real. Oh, let's just make it easier for you. So then she meets up with Ollie. And he's about to break up with her, and she can tell. She's like, how are you feeling? And he's like, actually, and she could tell. She's like, well, I'm going to make it easier for you. I'm going to end things. The part that made me laugh is he's like, thank you so much. You're such a great person. I appreciate it. And honestly, I feel like he was happy because he's like, oh, good. I don't have to break up with her. This was like a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Okay, moving on. So Nicole and Benaya talk, and I feel like Nicole wants reassurance that he's going to propose soon, and she's really into Benaya, way more than Sam. And he just can't give her that. And I wish that she would be more, what's the word for it? I wish she would be more patient. But basically, she's upset about it because he's like, she definitely is number one. He really likes her. He wants to be with her, but right now he's not there yet at where he can say he's going to propose. And it just seems like he's scared. Obviously, he hasn't dated anyone for 12 years. 12 years. So I think right now I think he's scared. And there's a reason why he didn't date someone for 12 years, because he was too scared, So I just feel I'm nervous about it. And I feel like I'm worried that he is going to lose her because of this. But also, Nicole, be patient. Like, you guys have 10 days to get to know each other. Give it another day. Don't jump ship for somebody else that you don't like as much. And also, I just want the contestants to know you don't have to leave engaged. You don't have to. You could just date somebody. I know that the point of it is to leave engaged, but another possibility is to leave and just date and be like, hey, I'm actually not ready to do that. That's fine, but I really like you. Okay, leave and talk to each other later. Like, that's a possibility. So, and then Bobby proposes to Jasmine, and he does this little rap, which is actually quite good. I was like, okay, Bobby. So now Sam's on a date with Nicole, and he's going full steam ahead because he lost Jasmine, and he's talking about, I want you. He's giving her all this reassurance, like, it's always been you. Has it? You're such a liar. It hasn't always been her. He's like, since day one, I knew it was you. And honestly, and this is on the back of Benaya pretty much not giving her the reassurance she needs. So Nicole's like, wow, he's giving me all the reassurance I need. And I'm just like, dude, But you don't even want him like that. Literally, one of the first things you said was like you were scared because you felt like he was just telling you what you wanted to hear. Oh, this part really bothers me, honestly. I was just like, he's known since day one. I was like, fuck off, dude. Like, honestly, F all the way off. So then, oh my God, this part. So then he said, you know what, when I see you, I can't wait to kiss you, hug you, I'm going to pick you up. And then Nicole was like, oh, I mean, I don't know if you can, oh, she's like, oh, I don't know if you can pick me up. Oh, wait, I'm not supposed to say anything about my looks. And he was like, huh, what? Oh my God, I knew it. I knew he was going to be like freaked out. Then he goes into the boys' quarters and he's like, oh, it went so well, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, but she said something really weird. Like, you know, she doesn't know if I'll be able to pick her up. You know, it was really, really weird. You know, I like a little bit of meat, but like, what do you think that means? What do you think that means? And then even Ollie, I was like, oh no, maybe she's just being conservative. Like, she doesn't know, like, she doesn't know if you're short or not, like, or whatever. So he's concerned about her weight. And Benaya sees this. And he talks to Steven. He wants to tell him, like, he's like asking him his advice. He's like, I feel like I should tell Nicole. I feel like I should tell her. And I agree. I do feel like he should tell her. I feel like this made sense. I just feel like it was a little bit too late. Like, in some ways. Honestly, I feel like Nicole needed to not be on the show. She does not have enough discernment to understand like what a good guy is, what a good guy is not. You know, there's just like a little bit too much of that. But he ends up telling Nicole, but he doesn't tell her everything. He didn't give her all the details. He just basically said, I don't think he's here for the right reasons, and I think he's just here for fame. You should have told her exactly what he said, because then she would have known you weren't lying, because you weren't in that room when she said that. And I don't think she feels like he's lying, but I don't know. And then Benaya ends up telling her that he wants her and only her, and he's ready to commit. But I feel like within everything, she's looking for reassurance, and Sam gave her that. Like, he was consistent about that. She just didn't know that he was talking crap on the side. He's also telling everyone else, also telling Jasmine she's been number one since the beginning, all that stuff. She didn't know that. So she feels like Sam is a sure bet, even though for some reason she cannot see the red flags that are literally blind. Like, I can't, right now, all I see is red because all the red flags that Sam was throwing up. Okay. So for some reason she couldn't see that. And even though she did a little bit, but not whatever. So that's kind of how the episode ends. And, you know, Nicole's upset. Benaya is hoping that like she'll choose right. And yeah, I think he took a little bit too long, which is sad, but it happens, you know. I don't know. I'm just hoping she doesn't pick Sam. Oh, please. Please. Then we'll see, you know, I think next time we're going to see Jasmine and Bobby, you know, engagement reveal. And, you know, I hope Ollie picks Demi, but I also hope that he's like, she's gorgeous, but I can see like, I don't know if he really dates really, really skinny girls or something like that. So yeah, like, we'll see what happens. Honestly, we'll see what happens. I don't really trust Catherine with Freddie. Freddie's just so sweet, and he's very good looking, but I just don't. I feel like with the way Catherine's been acting, I don't really trust her, and I kind of just don't want Catherine for Freddie. I just don't. But we'll see. So that was episode 2. Please like and subscribe. And then I'll be posting episode 3 soon. And I love these little chats of ours. Love you, mean it. Bye.